if you're watching this episode of The Patch on YouTube, just wanted to give you a heads up that you can watch it live while we record. If you're a Rooster Teeth First member, we stream every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central, and you'll also get the episode a day early on our website. So you can check out all the information on the Rooster Teeth First membership right down below. You get a 30-day free trial. Pretty sweet. We got all kinds of cool stuff on there. Other shows, some achievement hunters. They're a little bit scary, but they're a lot of fun. So try it out. We're in a computer.
What a lovely song.
Welcome
that could be
to
the theme from now on.
The Patch. Well, it's kind of the Patch. It's also like 3/4 of an off topic today.
Yeah. You've been outnumbered.
Brought to you by Loot Crate and MeUndies, who we will talk a little bit more about later on. I'm Ashley.
I'm Michael.
I'm Mika.
I'm Matt.
Oh, 3 M's.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
Now
it
it's
must
like
be
you're-
You got all three from The Office.
That's true.
Yes, right before this we were talking about not video games, we were talking about food problems. You had a Red Bull food problem.
Yeah, I, long story short, I was drinking a Red Bull earlier. I put it down. I picked it back up and drank it, and it was not the one that I put down. And it was a couple days old, if not longer.
Was there anything like chunky in it, like
It wasn't
bugs?
sludge yet, no. But have you seen a Red Bull like a week or two afterwards? You pour it out. It's almost like a solid. It's like sludge.
Yeah.
What happens?
I don't know. It's all the poison that's in there.
Well, like the water evaporates as you do. Really, it's a cooking thing. Red Bull reduction becomes a nice caramel sauce.
Nope, that is not red wine reduction. That's not balsamic reduction. That is toxic. That will kill you.
Mika, if you want to see the stages, just go to Lindsay's desk. There's like different Red Bull cans from like weeks of time.
Can we do an experiment in the AH office? Get some clear jugs, like mason jars, and
just
pour them
it in like one per week.
Yep, and just see what happens.
Yeah, maybe that might not be the best idea. Because
can get Red Bull to sponsor
what's
it?
worse in those cases? Is it worse if nothing changes, or is it worse if you just see it slow decay?
Oh, it changes.
Michael's like, I drank it.
You'll
It
see
changes.
it. I know from cleaning out that office. Like there'll be 7 cans of Red Bull, and I take them all to the sink and sound check, and I pour them out one at a time. And some I pour out and nothing comes out until like a couple seconds,
like
and you
it's
see
still
it,
heavy.
Yeah, you see it drip out like honey.
There's Bernie's got a really bad habit. He's like a dad, which is he's a recycling
He is a dad.
machine.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he's learned his skills well, which is if you see food, you have to clean up the food probably by eating the food.
Yeah, that's a dad thing.
So our second vehicle is like this big ass truck that I drive, which is hilarious on a lot of levels. But we drive it every now and again, not a lot. And so stuff will get left in there for very long periods of time. I was driving home, this was maybe like a couple weeks ago, and Bernie was chatting to me, and he picked up a bag of chips and immediately started eating the bag of chips.
No.
That bag of chips had been in the truck in Austin's summer for months. I shit you not. It was not even food anymore.
They're toasted chips after that.
They're baked.
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. Like, they would go very well with a Red Bull reduction.
Did he notice something was off about them, or did he just keep eating?
Immediately.
Okay, good.
But at some point, you're already committed, right?
Because I could also imagine Bernie like eating it, thinking about it, but then just still eating it, just in case.
Yeah, just like,
Wait, just in case? We mean just in case. Like
You don't want it to
I don't
go
want
to
to miss
waste.
all this terrible food.
let me give it a second try.
Yeah.
Maybe it was
You never
the first
know.
one was bad.
Yeah, mulligan.
All right, well, in honor of it being 3/4 of off topic, because everyone is out of the office, either sick or mysteriously apparently still in Korea, as is the case with Gus.
Yeah, what? He's in Korea?
Yeah, no, he just took off. He's in Korea now.
Dude, Gus is in Korea, and I'm on every podcast.
Yeah.
Got a
that's
full
right.
week.
You're gonna like do a shutout. All we need you to do is somehow get you to LA for Dude Soup.
Yep.
What day is that? Is that tomorrow?
Oh, they changed it.
I don't even know any of the days. This is a conversation we had because we were on the RT podcast on Monday, and then afterwards you asked if I wanted to do the patch this week because everybody was out, and I was like, oh yeah, I can do it. And then I slacked you yesterday morning telling you I couldn't do it because we had to film and stuff got changed around, and I had to film all day with Gavin. And you're like, okay, cool, that's great. But the patch is on Wednesday, not Tuesday. And I was like, oh fuck, okay, yeah, I can do it.
Yeah. Everything works out. But I got you guys a present to make you feel a little bit more at home. Can we bring it out?
Oh yeah.
What we got?
No?
Yeah.
Or should I bring it out?
Oh,
I'll bring it. I'll bring it out. It's fine. Hold
Okay.
on.
Can we
bring it out? No, you do it.
We got a present.
Man, I wonder what it's gonna
curious.
be. Do you think it's gonna be a desk for us to break?
Oh my god, I still can't believe that happened.
How did he not expect it? Is what got me.
I don't know, man. You were there.
I know. I was
You
there.
saw the madness.
I just don't get how he couldn't be like, oh yeah, that'll definitely break.
Right.
The fucking desk is made out of paper
Did you say
anyway.
you also drilled a hole in the middle?
No,
of
I hit it with an axe with that Assassin's Creed tomahawk that's in the office.
Yeah.
Guys,
It was in an episode of Awu. Oh, look at this!
nice gift.
Wow.
Alcohol.
Can we just leave it in the foreground the entire
The
time?
entire time.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at that. That is a gorgeous
nice.
setup.
Have the real stars up front.
But like on the reel, can we drink?
I hope so. I
No,
already
she brought
am.
it out there to show it to us, but not let us have anything.
You can add it to my cup.
I don't know what's going on. Because I mean, I'll just take some whiskey and then put the Coke that I
Where's the
have in it.
That's
bartender?
exactly what
Why
I
is
wanted to
Ashley
do.
doing it?
Well, it's
Oh, well,
it's
I-
our gift.
I love this gift. Can this
There's
gift
that-
happen constantly?
You guys got that one on Always Open. Where's he hanging around?
Oh, Texas?
Yeah, he only comes in on Tuesdays.
Yeah, just for us.
That's a hell of a work week.
Oh, I'm gonna
Right?
get some whiskey.
Yeah,
I'll be
by
right
all
back.
means. By all means.
He did really just leave
Go
it
after
there.
you.
But doesn't it feel more comfortable now?
Yeah, it feels authentic.
There's a little bit of everything. I've decided at this point the patch is mostly
Yeah, this is feeling like
just
off topic.
stolen from other bits of sets.
It's like a hodgepodge.
The chairs
just give me
we
a little
stole
whiskey,
from on the
if you're gonna
spot.
do it.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know where this table is from. These were originally
IKEA.
on the RT podcast,
Yep.
and so were these.
I do remember those
things
from
here.
the
Yeah.
RT podcast.
Yeah. So at this
Like
point,
that Xbox too.
we needed to steal something from Always Open. So I think we're doing good.
Cool, Trey.
We're doing good.
And then from off topic, you just stole the cast. Pretty much just.
Thank
a
you.
little bit of everything.
Oh my god, that's what you wanted. I'm sorry.
I'm good. I'm already drinking, so it's fine. I came prepared.
It's still just
So,
there.
Excited.
Video
all right,
games,
7
right?
Video
minutes
games,
in,
yeah.
video games.
We play them.
We do.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't go that
I
far.
watched Ryan and Jeff play Gears of War today. Gears of War 4.
How'd that
Yeah,
go?
what do you think of
I'm
how
excited.
it looks?
I think it looks good. I'm looking forward to playing it.
I've got it downloading in the nose room, but the downside to digital stuff is, god damn, even if you've got good internet, it can take so long. Games are huge now.
Yeah.
It's like 60 gigs almost.
Holy
50,
Yeah.
56 or
That-
something.
Yeah, it's
a big game.
been downloading for a while, and
Yeah.
that has nothing on Infinite Warfare. If you get that and the Modern Warfare 4 remaster, it comes out to 120 gigs.
Holy
shitting me?
shit.
Room for that.
I mean, like, Master Chief is like 100, but that's,
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
around.
that's
that's
there.
like four
four
games.
games.
Four
in there.
games.
That kind of
Yeah.
makes sense. That's insanity.
So what I'm hearing is I'm not going to be able to play it until the next day because it's going to be downloading.
Yeah,
for
plan on
24
downloading it
hours.
tonight and then like playing it tomorrow.
My God.
I was like, I started the download for Gears at like 6 yesterday for my living room. I got 2 Xboxes at home, and like, I could play it around midnight. It takes for fucking ever for some
Yeah,
reason.
my internet decided to shit out last night, which is when I downloaded it. And same thing, I had the primary Xbox and then a game station in my living room. On the wireless, on the games, it was downloading at 12 megabytes, wired to my internet, which is like 300 down. It was getting 3 megs.
That's what I had.
Yeah.
Like, I had the
So,
same issue.
Woke
the
up
other
this
day.
morning, 200 down. So that's nice.
There you go.
But yeah, so I'm playing it tonight. Me and Andy are going to play it.
I'm
That's
hoping
awesome.
that Skyrim doesn't take 45 years when the remaster comes out because I can only assume it's going to be huge.
It's
I
gotta
hope-
be.
I hope what we can do is we can play Skyrim on like the 360 while the other one's downloading,
Right.
and see if we can beat Skyrim before the 360 is downloading.
And all the side
hopefully-
quests too.
Hopefully Skyrim and Gears admittedly had this as well. Hopefully they're one of those games where when they say play now, you can actually play
Yeah.
now.
Right.
Because like 90% of the Xbox One titles, it says play now. You know, you're 20% downloaded, you can play part of the game. You hit play game, you go to the main menu of the game, it's like, oh, it's not done yet. So
Yeah.
just wait 80%.
I had Forza has that too, except they actually let you play like a little bit of it.
Yeah,
But
Gears
I-
had that as well.
I still
Wait, hold
hit
on.
the
Just
wall.
Cause
Is
had
there
that.
someone else at this office who's also playing Horizon?
I'm playing Horizon.
That
Andy's
makes me
playing
so
it too.
happy.
Yeah, he's a real car shit.
So you guys
I
are
don't
like the
even
three
like
people who
racing
play the
games.
game.
yeah.
Like car games are not my thing, and I cannot stop playing Horizon.
Forza.
Yeah.
Really?
Forza.
I'm sorry, it is not called Forza. It's
I called
They do
Forza.
say-
No,
they
no,
have,
no.
like, that
It's not.
silent
We can
T.
fight about this again. It's Italian.
Do you
Yeah.
call it a Porsche or a Porsche?
Do you call it pizza or pizza?
Damn
it
it.
depends. I
Oh,
say
you
Pizza.
got me there.
I just like every time they announce it, he's like Forza.
Forza. Yeah, the other day I was calling it Horizon on it.
Horizon.
Forza Horizon.
Yeah, it's fun. I love the drivatars in it. When I see my friends, even though I know that they're not real, they're just pretend.
I'm sorry,
But they've
I'm
got
gonna
their
need you to
names.
back up. Did you just say Drivatar?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
It's a
Drivatar.
thing. You just
So-
appear in the game. I don't even know how it works.
Yeah, so it's like you, they generate an AI driver kind of based on your play style and your skills and your skill level in general, and then it will upload to Xbox Live, and then your friends can download it into their game. And I guess even non-friends as well. You'll
Like
appear in other
followers.
people's
I think
worlds.
followers.
I know like a lot of people tweet
then-
like they downloaded me or whatever.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
thing. They were racing me.
Yeah.
I've never
And
played the
so
game before.
You
it's
were the
cool because it
first one it
populates
gave
the
me,
world
for some
with
reason.
like other people, and they feel real. Except here's the problem: is like whenever one of those drivatars fucks me over, I get mad at the person. I'm like, the AI tells me you would have pulled that shit, so we got a problem.
So we potentially maybe have a made up problem, and I'm
Yeah.
pissed at you for it.
Exactly.
Even though you may have never played this game before.
yeah,
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
I think like doesn't it save across all Forza games? Is that like what
Forza.
I'm sorry, Forza.
Now I'm
Oh, is
doing
that what it is?
I think so because like
if you've ever touched it,
yeah,
I think so,
that's why
'cause-
I
Got
think
you.
you're in it because you played that Horizon Need for Speed.
Need for
thing
Speed one,
that was,
Easy
like, free.
1000.
Yeah, exactly.
or the Fast and Furious. Is that
that,
what you
yeah,
meant?
that's the one. It's the
Same
same
movie.
fucking
Yeah,
thing.
I went with your stupidity.
yeah,
there.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Keeping in mind, I think that if that's the case, you end up as a shitty drivatar because you're like
Yeah.
level 1.
Oh yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I hired Michael because the game was like, yeah, hire this guy because you have to like you played it where you have to hire specific people and then you can choose to swap them out. Michael was the first one I got offered, and then like as soon as I could, I'm like, yeah, fuck that. He's never gonna play this. Get rid of him.
No, I can get better, Matt. Just give me a chance. Okay?
I don't know. You just said
Don't
you're
trade
not
me
gonna
out
play it.
immediately. Give me a chance, all right? You leveled all your amiibos up to 50. You can't level me up?
So I found out every
You're more of
time
a
you
commitment.
log in too, it'll the game will send you a message telling you how you're doing in other people's games.
Oh yeah.
Like you've been hired, like you've been racing in this many worlds, and you've been hired onto this many teams. And every time one of me gets fired, I'm like, what the fuck did you do? You fired me. What did you do to get fired from this team?
God, thanks,
at
me.
a certain point, it's just like, all right, I'm bad. I get it. Stop sending me letters. I don't want to see this shit anymore.
See, it's like I love cars in real life, but for some reason, every time I sit down with like a racing game or a car game, what was that one, Midnight Club or something back in the day? I can't do it. I don't know. I can't do it.
I can't play like the super realistic car games. You know what I
Right.
mean? Where like driving is hard because it's hard in real life. I want video games hard. Like I can go 80 miles an hour and make a turn.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Well,
Exactly.
if you want to go 120 miles an hour on a dirt road and not spin out, Horizon is for you.
Are you in Australia?
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice because I'd be like, yeah,
Can you hit a kangaroo with your car?
no.
Oh.
But that's a
I looked
great
for
idea.
quite a
But
while.
Right?
you do,
Vermin.
you do drive on the other side.
Oh, well, fuck that then.
What?
Yeah.
Wild.
Whoa,
I
right?
don't know about that.
But isn't that? I mean, I guess the
Can
last.
you see the toilets flush the other direction?
It's a very minor detail, but Ocean actually goes opposite too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
I mean, I
can't
would say
confirm if
yes
that's true.
for all the toilets that are in your vehicles. They would have realistic flushing physics.
What a hot debate. Everyone says that it's fake and then it's not fake, that it's true.
Is it true?
No, it is, but
It is true, but it doesn't work in toilets really.
Well, yeah, because there's like
The
minor,
flushers.
super minor, like balance things. Like if it's on any kind of an angle, whatever. It's one of those things where like theoretically it flushes the other direction, but in practice,
Well, also because the
thing that you're
toilet, the
actually
water
gonna
shoots
notice,
out.
yeah, the other
Everyone said if you want to
they
see it
shoot straight
authentically, you
down.
have to like fill up a sink and then just drain the sink,
Yep.
and then it'll be
And then
different.
the sink drains the other way?
or like a bathtub, I guess.
yeah.
I don't know.
Don't use a toilet. That's all I've learned.
I like
Because it's not a controlled experiment.
What you're really gonna notice when you go really anywhere, but besides the U.S. about the toilets, is that it feels like there's no water in them.
Really?
Because the water levels are lower. They're like, this is where you pee. You're the one putting the water
Yeah.
in.
We're more wasteful here.
yeah.
Yeah.
We
Also,
just
there's
get rid of Dookie
no
water.
Like,
barriers
here,
anywhere.
5 gallons of water.
For you to piss in.
Exactly.
up even
Doesn't
more.
aren't there like bidets on every toilet in Japan?
I don't know, but I saw the picture that Gus tweeted where there's like a bidet with different settings, and one of them, like they have just a little icon so you know how hard it is, and one of them had the water like spouting up inside the butt.
Oh my god!
That's like the fire hose setting.
You
where
actually
it's
go off the seat.
It lifts you.
Those fire hoses.
Yeah, there's like the degree of privacy in bathrooms when you travel outside of America. Most places, even if you have urinals, there's no divider. They're just next
Yeah,
to
it's
each
just, like,
other.
right by.
Oh.
So you just like go, and then the step below that is when you just get the trough, and that's
Yeah.
all. It's literally just like a metal bin that you stand next to a dude. And just,
That's like
As a
football game
lady,
stuff.
we don't have shit like that. There
Yeah.
are troughs.
yeah,
You just
it's a
piss in
thing.
a
It's
trough?
just literally like it's like a metal sink. That's like like a urinal level, but it's like attached to the wall, and it's the whole wall.
And
people just walk
occasionally-
up to it and pee in it.
Occasionally, you hear fun stories about foreigners who don't understand what that urinal means,
Yeah.
and they think it's a sink. It's
not.
Oh, so here's
cool.
this is Gus's picture right here. That see the
that is-
the one second from the right.
The ass.
There's like the gentle one second from the left, and then apparently there's one to wash your face. I don't know what that is.
far right one's
and
just
then
drowning you.
then there's real intimacy,
That
God.
is that's a
right?
Yeah.
Now we know why he stayed in Korea.
yeah. That's why.
You can't get that here in America. No,
I saw
man.
Esther tweet, I don't know, a couple days ago. She was drinking a beer. It was in a jug, like, I'm not kidding. It was like that big.
All
and she was
hail
like
Korea.
hugging it. And she's like drinking it. She just ordered it at a restaurant.
There are few people I love in this world as much as Esther. She and Gus are a wonderful, wonderful match.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're both terrible people.
Well,
They're perfect for each other.
yeah, exactly. So, video games. This
Right.
turned-
Yeah,
this,
back
this
to
actually
that.
did turn into off topic very, very quick.
The alcohol, man.
Yeah, you kind of brought that
Yeah,
on.
it's
I
true.
did. I did it. It was my fault. I
still
I
there.
committed us
They backed
when
it up a
I
bit.
did that. But I wanted to bring on people who actually like Nintendo. Ryan just shits on Nintendo all the time, but he can't be here today. So this is a time to love Nintendo. Did you guys hear about the new alleged leaks for the NX?
No.
No.
Okay,
Heard
so
about
let's
a few,
talk
but
about
yeah.
the alleged leaks for the NX. One, maybe it's called the Duo,
Okay.
based on it maybe potentially being handheld and console. Like, it's the Duo.
Take your console
Or
with
maybe
you.
it's maybe because there's two pieces to it.
Could they just call it the Nintendo Duo? Is that going to be their
Get
name?
out.
That would be. I would like that. That would be nice. But I imagine they've got all kinds of branding people being like,
Yeah, like you're an idiot.
you're
Yeah.
going to compromise your brand,
Yeah.
Nintendo, because they'd be like, you have to call it the Nintenduo.
Yeah.
Which
That's a
we
They
mouthful.
would.
when you put it that way, yeah.
Then it'd be like the new Nintendo.
Oh my God.
Right.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they put
When there's
new
that
on
new one.
And
everything.
Nintendo is the worst at naming things.
they're really, really
the
bad at
fucking
it.
worst.
Well, it's like they don't try to be creative with it. They're just like, yeah, this is the new one.
Not
just,
even
just get the new
not
one.
creative though. It's just confusing.
Yeah.
Why would you ever put the word "new" in the title of a product? It won't be new forever. It's called the new Nintendo
That's
3DS.
true.
And so when it's 5 years old, you're calling it the new Nintendo 3DS, not the new one, but the one called new.
Also,
to
because
be
then you
fair,
put out you
stupid.
put out a special edition, and you're like, I want the new. Google is like, what the fuck do you want?
That
What do
happened
you
with
want?
me. I accidentally bought on eBay the old Nintendo 3DS, even
'Cause
though I
it said it
typed
was
in
new?
Exactly. It said the new Nintendo 3DS, and I was like, okay, cool. And it came, and it was just the 3DS. And I was like, no, I wanted the new.
Well, that's the thing. It's like,
new.
what if you have to replace your new 3DS? You have a new 3DS.
No, you have an old new.
Yeah.
You have an old new
3DS.
Oh God, Nintendo, why?
Yeah, so we'll see. As long as they don't call it like a Wii 2 or at this point Wii 3 or
I called
Wii
Dolphin.
3 would be a.
Wait, what?
I liked
Why?
That was what the
Dolphin.
GameCube was supposed to be called,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Was it
that was
Dolphin?
its, that was
like
the
the code name.
And Revolution
Yep.
was the Wii's code name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both,
That would have been way
those
better.
names?
both better to me
Yeah.
than
Everyone
what they
has
ended up
better
with.
code names. Like I thought the Neo was way better than PS4 Pro.
Oh hell yeah.
They've just been calling Xbox Scorpio. Wasn't on board with that at first, but I've come around.
Scorpio?
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Is that's the name though, right? That's not the code name. That's what it's called.
I don't know. That's what they're calling it for now. But they also called Connect Project Natal for ages.
They did.
Yeah.
They
Watch
did
them
do that.
come out and call the new Xbox just new Xbox.
Xbox One 2.
Oh God. Oh, this hurts me because I feel like that's it. It's so stupid that it could happen. Like I feel like that's what's happening with naming these days. Is like you joke about it, but then it comes out and you're like,
Well, they've always kind of been weird. It was like the second Xbox was the 360. So it's
Yeah.
like, where'd
Right.
that really come
They
from?
were
But then,
honest
you know.
about
Just like
that though. They
Battlefield
said
1.
they actually came out at there was an interview years ago where they said they didn't want to be the Xbox 2 with the PS3 coming out because it made it sound like their technology was a generation behind.
Yeah.
So they needed to not be 2.
I'm
So they were
glad.
like, we have
that they
60
just
more.
Didn't. They're like, you got the numbers. You got here first.
Yeah.
right.
Like at this point, come on, bring it. Beat 360.
Yeah.
It's 1,000.
Oh my
Xbox
god.
a million.
Oh my god.
Xbox Infinity.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good
I should
one.
use
You
that
can't
one.
beat it.
Copyright Xbox. You have to
Didn't
pay
they
me
think-
now.
That was gonna one of the things that they thought Xbox One was gonna be called,
Infinity.
potentially.
Wasn't
it was-
everybody outraged
they-
when one came out? And they were like, "That's such a stupid name. You went from Xbox to one."
Yeah, because now it was the same thing as Nintendo. Like now you type Xbox One, and it's like, well, do you want the original Xbox or do you want the Xbox 3?
Right.
The real,
motherfuckers?
not that it matters now. The real confusion there is with PlayStation. So the original PlayStation was just called PlayStation. Didn't call it anything
Yeah.
else. It was just
Right.
PlayStation. Then PlayStation 2 was coming out. But then before PlayStation 2 came out, they made the PlayStation 1, which
Yeah,
was
that,
the
like,
little
tiny
white
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. So then, unless they had it named before that, I'm pretty sure then they needed to name the gray one because they're like, well, shit, this is the PlayStation 1
like
now.
the clunky
So it's
fat
called
one.
the PSX. That's what the original
Yeah.
one's called,
Is
and
it?
like nobody knows that.
So they like
had no clue.
retro.
When you say, I think it was retro, unless I'm wrong, and it was always called the PSX, but I don't think so. I think they were like, shit, we need to name it now because now when you say PlayStation 1, now it's the white one. Although they were the same, it was essentially
It is
just
the
the
same fucking
slim.
thing.
All it was
Yeah.
is the slim.
Yeah.
But
Well, remember they had then they had the PS2, and then the PS2, the tiny one came out, the
I think it was
slim.
just PS2
But it
slim,
was
yeah.
PS2, like they actually spelled out the word, the number 2.
did that
Like
was that like
TWO?
real?
I mean, it was. I
That's what
think
they
it was.
called
I
it?
think it was on it.
PS2.
Like that's what. So there was PS2, and then there was PS. I love to call it the PS2.
The PS2. It just sounds like you have a lit. I want the PS2.
I want the PS2. Yeah.
I
But
just
where does
like-
like S come from? Is that slim?
I think it's like slim, but it's not.
because well, isn't there the iPhone 5 and the iPhone 5S, and it's like or
Maybe
5C.
Maybe that just means
That's
super
superior. Yeah, like
versus
super.
cut down.
I,
I don't know.
names are stupid.
Names are stupid. But so if it's the duo, like I'll make fun of it and then I'll get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they so basically what happened is someone who claims to work at a major retailer sent a bunch of information to the NX subreddit. And the subreddit mods, they said they verified a bunch of information with this guy, enough that they were comfortable to share the information, that it wasn't just, some random person emailing them a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And it's see, they confirmed that Mario is going to be like a launch title. They're going to do a bundle.
What?
I know, right? Big surprise.
Yeah.
Big fucking surprise. But that they'll do a bundle at launch for $400 or standalone at $200 or
Okay.
standalone at $300.
That's not a
And-
bad price.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at
Yeah.
all.
Nintendo's usually
They're
cheaper.
pretty good. Yeah.
So it confirmed a lot of the details too, like it's probably cartridge based, which I'm still
What?
on board with.
Okay.
Interesting.
Kind of get nostalgic. I think they're banking
No.
on nostalgia.
Well, sort of not, because if it is supposed to be handheld, that like
Oh.
flash based media is the ideal solution.
Yeah.
Right.
Right,
You don't
yeah,
want
exactly.
to.
True.
You don't want a disc
Well,
fucking
it's
skipping on you.
not going to be one of those things where it's like I think everyone's thinking, oh, like Nintendo 64 cartridges. Yeah, just plug in the back of that thing. It's going to be like a tiny little thing, probably like
Right.
the 3DS already has. You know.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
SanDisk just announced a terabyte flash drive. So it's not like flash media is holding anyone back capacity wise these days. So they can be like that small and still be like high enough capacity for actual legitimate games.
It's just they're like expensive to produce, right? That's like the big argument against using them.
Well, that was definitely like the Nintendo 64 days for sure. And I know like that was one of the big problems for that console. But I know it's come down. Like that's the thing
Yeah.
about all technology is it comes down to the point where I'm not sure if it's going to be like it'll be a little bit more expensive for a cartridge than to print a Blu-ray disc or whatever. But I'm not sure it's the kind of issue that it was before.
Yeah.
I hope
there's
not,
also
'cause I
digital
like
download.
cartridges. There's just
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
real cute about them.
Well, I mean, Nintendo stock
real
is doing great right now,
losable.
so they can
Yeah.
totally afford it.
I also like
Absolutely.
carrying around my little pouch and hearing the jingle of all my cartridges of like my 3DS cartridges. I don't know.
How many cartridges do you carry around at a time?
Well, I like to have all of my 3DS games with me at all times when I carry around my DS, especially when I travel.
so you buy physical for DS?
I do. I don't like digital for my DS, except unless it's the virtual console, like Pokemon Red or Blue or something. So I have like my Animal Crossing and like my Cookin' Mama and like all my stupid little games in a little zippy pouch. And it's really small. It's like fits in the palm of my hand. I just pull it out and I sift through all of them. There's something nostalgic about sifting through my 3DS cartridges.
When you get stressed out, you just open it and just like run your fingers through it. like it's like Zen sand.
Like a mafia lord, like counting my money, but like counting my 3DS cartridges.
yes, I'm a dragon and this is my horde.
I miss the physical media. I had a setup back last time I really had a lot of physical media was before I moved to Austin, and I had essentially what was a bookshelf drilled to the wall right over my entertainment center. So all my games were like they were like above my TV, and I think I had a space for like 300 DVDs. So it was like all my Xbox games, my PlayStation games, all that stuff.
And you get them all lined up. And
I had them all lined up. It's
really
gorgeous.
good.
I love
Nice,
that.
you know? It's like
But I do love digital for handheld because that is the thing I play. Like when I travel, when I go on planes and stuff like that. And there's just something amazing about having your entire library in just the 3DS, like not having to carry anything at all. If I ever went back into physical media, I think it would be. I mean, again, it looks great. It's awesome to like have the collection, you know, and for games that you have multiple series in, you know, you have like all 4 of them in, you know, like series order and
As
stuff
long as
like
they
that.
don't like fuck up the spines where
Yeah.
one's here and then like a title for the other one is like down here.
Well,
And
it's
then
like-
this
Yeah.
one's like a different color. It's got like a band
you got to
around
make the
it.
choice, right? So even with Zelda,
Everything's different.
the release order is nothing compared to the title order.
Yeah.
Then that's where I circumvent alphabetical and I go, no, you're gonna go in release order because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. There's like 19 Zelda games, and if I put them in alphabetical order, it'd be all over the place. I'm like Zelda 1, or like Link, or Zelda, then Link's Adventure, then blah 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 blah. Which, by the way, I think the 3DS now has almost every single Zelda game. It's shocking how many. It has like
It's got a lot.
90% of the
Yeah.
Zelda games.
I think it's like maybe missing like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess.
Which are
Skyward
on
Sword,
consoles.
But
But I mean, even then, they've got Ocarina of Time. They have Majora's Mask. They've got all the Nintendo ones. Like they
Yeah,
have
they've got all
every
the old
single
ones.
handheld and almost every console Zelda now on the 3DS.
That's incredible.
It'd be great if they just frigging updated Ocarina of Time to add the fucking extra stick from the new 3DS.
Yeah.
Right?
Like
why not?
It launched with Majora's Mask, and their huge thing was
Didn't take
you
advantage
could use the
of it.
stick
Yeah.
and spin the camera and shit. And that was what, February of last year it came out. You think they
Yes.
would? They
Yeah.
would have.
It came out on
That's the thing with
Valentine's
Nintendo.
Day.
They don't
Yeah.
really
oh
patch
yeah,
shit.
I remember just being
I
alone
remember
and
playing it
I was like,
on
yeah.
Valentine's Day.
That's
by
why I
myself.
bought it. I mean, I was actually in a 3DS slump. Like I hadn't played it for like a year and a half or something like that, and I got back into it because Majora's Mask was coming out and the new one's coming out, and I've been playing it ever since. Like I've never played more 3DS since the new 3DS, or I should even say Nintendo DS in general.
Yeah, it's like it takes that one game to get you in the mode of playing 3DS because otherwise, you're like, I'm not on a train, I'm not on a plane, there's no point in playing it.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you find the right game, then you're just like sitting at home on the couch, giant TV in
Yep.
front of you, just ignoring it, going, yeah.
Dragon Quest
Yeah.
7. I've got like 35 hours in it. I'm sitting at home just like playing it in my living room, and it feels like a waste. Like it's great, but you're like, I shouldn't be doing this. I'm at my house.
I started selling Mika on this on a previous patch, but have you
Yes.
played Fantasy Life?
I have not. I think I was about to go buy it, and then I got distracted. But now that I know, I'm about to get on a plane after this, so I will buy it.
So it's a little bit. It's got kind of that Animal Crossing
yes.
visual to it, but it's an open world RPG, and there's 8 classes, and you can switch classes at any time, and you progress in that class. But you keep perks from the other classes, so that you've earned, and you could be like a cook or a tailor or whatever, and like some skills from this one you'll need to like make armor for this other one, or it's like so they all kind of intertwine. And so like you end up leveling up all these different classes and running out and bashing stuff and like unlocking new parts of the world. It's a wonderful time.
I'm here for it.
Like it's the game that I actually, since Fantasy Life, I haven't played 3DS as much because I don't love anything quite as much as I love that game.
That's a great endorsement. Question: can you get married?
No.
Aw.
What's the point?
I don't.
just don't get
it.
I mean, I don't think you. I don't
this-
think
oh,
you
what's
can.
up?
Yeah,
Fantasy
this is
Life
it.
here?
Oh.
So
Oh,
freaking
it's so
adorable.
precious.
It's, all the crafting stuff is mini games like this. So if it's like if you're making armor or refining ore as the blacksmith or whatever it is that you're doing, all that stuff is mini games, and then you go out and it's action based. Like world stuff. Oh yeah, and of course you can customize your room.
I'm so in. It is really Animal Crossing like, isn't it? Oh, it's so cute. And you can get a pet.
Yes, you can have a pet that you can take with you.
Oh my God, you've sold me. I'm so going to buy this.
It's a game that like I was invited to some sort of Nintendo preview event that happened before PAX a couple years ago. This was right before Fantasy Life came out, and they had like they have that whole range of things you can try out. I think Mitomo. Nope, not Mitomo. What was the one? Tomodachi Life. There we
where
go.
you can make your
Yeah.
friends sing weird
yeah,
shit.
That
like
was,
that
like,
was
the
like the
testing
highlight. I
for
think
There's a whole
because-
lot of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, there was a lot
A whole
of
lot
that
of
game.
dancing, singing, achievement hunters and shit when that game came out.
That was shown at the time, and then I saw this game over here because I'd written it off based on the title because it sounded kind of, I don't know, like real, like a life simulator type
Right.
thing, and so I didn't even think about it. And then I saw it and I was like, what is this game? Because I like this game, And then I never looked back, and it was wonderful.
Fantasy Life reminds me of Final Fantasy, which the new Final Fantasy is coming out soon.
And it's one of the rare games that's going to have a demo. Never happens anymore.
It's true.
But-
I played the
Except for
first
Pokemon.
demo.
They're getting that.
Except for Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pokemon's getting that one like later this week. It's the 18th.
Something
right?
like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It seems like no one does demos. So when I hear about one, I get really excited just about the very fact that it's going to have a demo.
Also, it's a beautiful game, and the franchise has already been so hyped. Like, the anime exists, the demo came out, the movie came out. Like, it's being promoted at every games convention ever. It looks good. And like the gameplay that I played at PAX, it's good. It's a good game. And Final Fantasy hasn't done something good, no offense, in a really long time. So I am pumped.
Played them, still agree with you.
The last
Yeah.
console one I played was 10. I didn't like 12. I'll take that was me. A lot of people love 12, and I just wasn't a huge fan of it because it was kind of like they took the online MMO aspect of 11 but made it like a console game. And I didn't like that.
That's the reason I skipped 12.
Exactly.
I was busy pouting that they abandoned
Right.
the system, like the combat system they
6,
had
7,
in 10.
8, 9, 10. They were all different, but I liked them for all what they were. I
Right.
didn't like that 12 was like a fake MMO. It was like
Yeah.
it like fooled you into thinking you were playing an MMO, but it's a single player game.
It had like
13,
gambits.
forget about it.
I think that's what it was, where it's like basically it would automatically do stuff that you would do anyway. So you're just walking by and it would like start doing things for you. I remember playing that game at my friend's house, falling asleep, and like finding out my characters had done shit while I was asleep, and like, okay, well, whatever, just keep going. And that's why I quit playing it though. 'Cause
like-
that's just all it was.
I think
It was
this
just
is
walking around
When you don't have to play it.
Yeah.
Well, it was so much of that game too. Like a mechanic of the game was not only setting your AI so like they did shit on their own, but I remember you had to unlock it. So like
Yeah.
you would set like, okay, heal yourself if your health gets less than 50%. But you would have to unlock that ability. So then, like, as you play on, you can unlock the ability to heal yourself if you get less than 30%.
Yeah.
So the whole game was organizing, like, for each character, if you didn't want to swap in the middle of battle, because it was real-time battle, if you didn't want to swap characters, you basically had to auto-set all your AI, and then you just played one character at a time. But I greatly prefer turn-based, where it's like, you go, now you go, now you go. Like, that's how I love role-playing games.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say 13's was a little bit different, but I actually didn't hate it. It was like enough for me to finish the game, but
You were in the
know.
minority.
I'm definitely the
Yeah,
minority
that
on
was
one.
terrible.
But it was just like,
I could even get past the gameplay in 13, but it was like the battles were totally different. But outside the battle, still wasn't like Final Fantasy. Like it was super linear. It was just
Yeah.
go through this room, now go through this room, now go through this room.
I want Final Fantasy to take me 5 years. I want it to be that game where I sit down and like maybe the strategy book comes out and I come back to it. I want it to be, I'm all in. When I played Final Fantasy 7, like you didn't talk to me because all I was doing was Final Fantasy 7.
Do you
That was like what
do you
10
guys
was
like the loot games or the loot systems in those?
We do.
You do?
I do
Well,
like
Oh my
can I
God.
tell
Tell
you
me
something
about
else?
loot.
Because if you're looking for gear, collectibles, houseware, and more from your favorite pop culture franchises, Loot Crate's got you covered. They offer a range of geek and gamer items for less than $20 a month. Want to bring your loot to the next level? Get a bigger box with even bigger loot with Loot Crate DX. If you're more the type to wear your geeky heart on your sleeve, then Loot Wear, their monthly wearables and accessories subscription, is the droid you're looking for. Loot Crate's October theme is horror. They're taking over 40 years of creepy, campy, bloody icons and putting them in this month's crate. Channel your best final girl with items from The Walking Dead, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Halloween. You have until the 19th of October at 9 p.m. Pacific to subscribe and receive that month's crate. And then when the cutoff happens, that's it. That's over. Can't get it anymore. Head to lootcrate.com/patch and enter code PATCH to save $3 off any new subscription today. That's lootcrate.com/patch. I like getting boxes of stuff. It's just like a present that I send myself. Have you ever like drunk shopped
Oh my God, all the time.
and then just like stuff shows up that you don't remember buying and you're like, oh, thanks, me.
That's what I love about Amazon Prime is because I'll drunk shop and then 2 days later I'll be like,
Yeah, it's quick.
me,
Yeah.
thanks.
I do that, but it's like, oh my God, when did I order these hand towels? This is awesome. I've got new towels. What? A new soap dish? I'm so awesome. That's what I find myself
So
buying.
wait, hold on. Drunk you improves your life.
Yeah.
That's
I just
if
buy
only.
like crap for my house.
That's really
and
the
stuff.
opposite of how that normally works.
Yeah.
Usually
Yeah.
it's like, where did this blow up donkey come from? Because I'm a little weirded out right now.
Drunk me spends an obscene amount on like things that I don't need, and it's usually the drunk takes away the like thinking about how much money it is. I'll be like, oh, me, why would I spend $150 on this pair of shoes that I can probably wear once? I mean, okay, thanks.
I mean, I guess if you already got it,
if you already have them.
I'll take it from me.
That also happens when I buy stuff on eBay and it's coming from China. So I'll buy it January 10th, and then, I don't know, May 3rd, something will come in the mail and I'll like, oh yeah, I forgot I ordered this.
Oh, you got it for my birthday.
Yeah,
You're then like, I went 3 months of my life without that. I really didn't need it.
Yeah, yeah. Usually by the time it comes from China, I realize I don't need it anymore.
Like,
And,
just the hype is gone.
yeah.
See, I don't drunk shop, but I just forget like immediately. So literally every package I get, like I'll get like a little notification, be like, oh, I got a package. Shit, what did I didn't order
Like,
anything, did I?
what was this?
Yeah, and I just walk in there. I'm like, oh yeah, that thing I ordered like a week ago that I forgot about immediately.
You should go get your brain checked.
It's just like I live very in the moment, Mika.
Damn,
So
I can tell, man.
I don't care at all. You know, it's like seconds later, it's gone to me.
So, as someone who lives in the moment, what's your feeling on like pre-orders and stuff? Do you
That's-
pre-order or do you just buy games when you feel like playing them?
I'll pre-order it if I think I'm gonna play it, and then like in the back of my head, I'm like, no need to worry, I already have it. That game, I own it. It just will be.
So then you just
it'll
forget
appear.
about it.
Yeah, I forget that I like don't currently have it, but I do remember like the day it comes out. I'm like, oh yeah, I pre-ordered that for sure, absolutely.
I used to
for me.
pre-order everything.
Yeah, that was like
everything.
Kind of how that worked.
I mean,
for
from
me,
the
too.
time I was like 10 years old, and I would even before my GameStop was GameStop, it was
EB.
No, it was
Babbage's?
Babbage's. Yep. Yeah, it was Babbage's, and then it became GameStop. I mean, I would pre-order everything, but you had to go to the store, so I had to go there anyway. And I would always get, if I was buying something, I'd get it on day one, and then usually you get some kind of pre-order item or something with it or whatever,
Like a
and then
poster or a keychain or
Yeah,
like
something
here's
or-
like a single sticker and we'd
you
be
know,
like, yay!
take it back to a time in the late 90s where like I pre-ordered a game so I could actually get the game. I mean,
Yeah,
games used to
that's
sell
true.
out. That
Yeah,
was the
that's
thing.
true.
You could go to the store and they'd be like, oh, you didn't pre-order it? We don't have any more. That stopped being a thing, I would say, even in the early 2000s. But especially now with digital, like I probably haven't pre-ordered anything. If I happen in a like 1 in 1,000 chance I buy something from a physical store, it's usually like if I'm home at New Jersey or something, visiting my family, and my brother's going to the store for his kids to buy something, I'll buy something while I'm there. And they're like, hey, want to pre-order? And I'm like,
Oh heavens, no!
I have high-speed
No, no,
internet.
no.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I remember the last game. Like I remember the game that made me start pre-ordering was Halo 3 because I didn't pre-order it and I didn't have it. And then like the day it came out, I was like, yeah, I want to play it. I want to get it. But I also had like, I was sick. I had like a fever of like 100 degrees or whatever, 101 or something like that. But so I skipped school and I was like, okay, but I still want to play Halo. I'm sick. So I went in my car, drove out to Target. They didn't have it. Went to the GameStop like right by it. They didn't have it. In like 3 other stores. Got the game, sat down in my car, fell asleep. And
In
then,
the
like,
car?
Yeah, in the car. And then I woke up like 3 hours later. I was like, I got time to go home and play Halo.
I like that you went out with a fever and like infected
Oh, yeah.
everybody
I
because you're
was
like,
like-
I need my hair.
I was a mix.
You with
I'm
a fever
happy
is
you weren't-
drunk.
Well,
It
it was very high fever, Michael.
I'm
And,
very
like, the
happy
car-
100
like
to
for the
101.
world
No.
that you weren't driving when you
Yeah, exactly.
No, I just like got in the car. I was like, I like looked at it, like kind of read the back, you know, as you do back in the day when there's physical shit, and I'm like, okay, can't wait to go home and play that.
you look at the tiny screenshots and you're like, this game looks awesome.
I don't think
Especially at this size.
Did you ever buy games based on the box? I used to do that
don't think so.
constantly because
think so.
I played a lot of like early PC stuff. You know when they came in, the boxes were like this big.
Like Star
Oh,
Wars.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
And they like I'd see a box and be like, that's a particularly nice box, and I would pay attention. Like if they were like embossed or had like shiny elements, I was like, they clearly believe enough in this game to invest in the packaging. I'll take it.
that acrylic has sparkles in it. They really care.
It's
it
the
went,
packaging that
went
makes the
wrong a
game.
couple times, but it also like I ended up playing some games that I never would have thought about that were very, very nice.
Well, you know what?
I can't think of what any of those were right now, but I was Giant Citizen Kabuto that no one else liked, but I did.
I used to do that with wine labels. If
hell
it
of
had
a
like a
box.
cute animal
I've never
on it,
heard
I'd
of
buy the wine. Is that the same thing?
Sure.
And it sometimes turns out to be good wine.
I wouldn't
wine
know
with
the
an owl
difference
on it.
between like shitty wine and good wine. Like someone could say this is a $200 bottle. I'd be like, very nice. I don't know.
And someone would be
I-
like, this is a $2. You're like, impeccable.
I'll take the red.
I'll take the wine, please.
I remember I don't think I've ever bought a game by looking at the back of the box, but that's because I played video games since I was a kid, like since I was like 5. So I always knew what games are coming out, what games I wanted, stuff like that. If I was ever looking at the box at GameStop or whatever, it's because I had no money and my friends and I were just at the mall and we'd be like, oh, let's go into the GameStop and look at games for 10 minutes and then leave because we don't have any money. Yeah. But I remember putting myself in the shoes of like parents or people that didn't play video games, and I would look at the back of the box and be like, if I didn't know this game was a piece of shit, because this is a piece of shit, would I buy this? And like I remember thinking like, man, if you don't know anything about video games, you're fucked. Like, this is all you have to go on. And I remember being like, well, this is a blatant lie. This game is awful. This sucks.
Yeah, because you'd have like a 2 to 3 sentence blurb, probably about saving the world.
Right. Yeah.
2 tiny screenshots. And then there'd be like the safety information, whatever, and like some crazy art in the background, making it all busy and unreadable anyway.
The only thing I think I would look at, which I would actually garner information from, is if it were games that I was sort of familiar with, but I didn't know a lot about. If it was in the store, I could see how many players it was.
Yeah.
Like, is this
like
Xbox Live? Is this 4 players? Oh, there's no co-op? Fuck that, you know? That's the most useful thing a box did for me.
Right. Were you guys ever, like, you guys were all gamers since kids, right? Like, could you imagine, like Michael was kind of bringing up, what it would be like, what would be your gateway drug into getting into video games? Because I can't imagine being like a teenager or me now in my 20s, like never really playing a video game and trying to get into gaming today. You know what I mean? I just feel like there's such a
what would be a gateway drug now?
Yeah,
if we were trying to like trick new people into playing video games.
Yeah, because like back in the day, I played Tomb Raider at like 5 years old, and that's what got me into games. But I was little, and like that's how I bonded with a parent. But if I was like out of the house, didn't have any reason to play a video game, what would make me pick up video games?
Honestly, like Nintendo stuff.
Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna be honest. Like their stuff is easy to get the hang of. It's friendly. It's cute. It's not intimidating.
Yeah.
Unless it's like Bayonetta like shaking her stuff at you.
That's not intimidating.
I feel like
Look,
also
I'm
Zelda.
intimidated. I'm like, well, I can't live up to that.
Yeah. Ooh, put them away, girl. But
I'm sorry. Hair weapon? What?
Yeah. I feel like I guess Nintendo. You have Pokemon and like Animal Crossing for the cutesy stuff, but then you have Legend of Zelda for the more complicated.
Zelda's a perfect this is a video game.
Yeah.
Having played it my entire life, I still feel like that when I play new Zelda. Like this is a video game. You know, if you've never played a game before and you were interested, you could play Zelda. It's got like there's a young hero who finds his journey. You know, they have the dungeons, they have items and quests, and
It's
there's
like-
a princess,
yeah,
and
it's
there's
your standard
there's
hero
rupees,
quest.
and
and
it's
there's
like,
battle and mechanics and stuff.
yeah, you can ride a horse. You know, you got a bow and arrow. Like, there's so many elements to me of like a video game. Like a quintessential video game element to me, I think of Zelda puzzle solving. Like, ooh, there's a torch, and you have to shoot an arrow through the torch and light the brazier on fire behind it. You know, that's what I think of a video game. That or like a Skyrim, Oblivion.
Yeah.
Something where, for me, I think most people, even if they don't play video games, they watch movies. You know, you have your genre of whatever, sci-fi or fantasy or whatever. But I could see someone not playing video games picking up Skyrim and being like, "Oh, okay, I'm a barbarian or something. You know, I'm a knight. Okay, I got a sword. I have a shield. Like I could wrap my head around that." And just be like, "Oh, I guess I'm going on a quest."
It's cool.
It's also that translate pretty
Right,
well.
exactly.
Yeah, it's like
exactly.
someone would just be like, "Oh yeah, as a barbarian, I do these things."
The
It's
first
like,
game
oh,
I
this is
picked up
done.
would not be Parappa the Rapper. What
You
the
got to
fuck
be in a
is
mindset
this?
for Parappa.
Yeah.
I asked this because it reminds me of the time Titanfall just came out, whatever that was. And I remember my mom was trying to like connect with me on a mother-daughter level, but I was playing Titanfall at the time. So like, no, Mom, you don't exist to me. And she tried to play Titanfall. I tried to show her.
No.
And she was like, why would you show this to me as my first game? This is so confusing. And to me, for playing video games since I was a kid, I was like, no, it's not. It's so simple. Titanfall is a very simple game. And so I'm wondering, like, how do explain to parents or like to
How do
someone
thing.
Yeah.
how do thing, especially like what's the first shooter I should give to my mom
first shooter.
to introduce her to
Splatoon.
shooters.
Yeah, first of all, like
Matt.
it'd be
It's
a co-op one, something really like easy, like straightforward.
'Cause I'm
almost,
like, not
pure
Halo.
actiony.
Halo's not
first
like
shooter.
that complex.
I mean,
though, the first one, at
But like
least.
the
Doom?
story, dude, yeah.
If you want to like terrify them, Doom, I guess like something that like in its mechanics is at least very like straightforward.
I think
Right.
the other thing too is if you're trying to pull in people that have never played video games, like you need to use something newer.
Yeah.
Because it's like the nostalgia isn't there for anybody else, or like this looks like shit, you know, or something like
Exactly.
closer to media today would be my.
Right.
Again, that's why I think like you know the remastered version of Skyrim coming out would be great. You know, like this is a brand new game. You run around and you chop people with a sword. Or you use magic and you shoot people with fireballs.
And your
you know?
horse defies physics and walks
You
up a
just
mountain.
climb up that mountain. Just keep jumping. Just keep jumping.
He's
It'll
got
get up
spiked
there.
hooves. It's
Yeah,
fine.
oh, that's what it is.
It's helpful too because you can say like, well, they go, how do you play the game? And you go, well, how do you want to play the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if that's like that open world sort of style where they drop you in and they go, you can do this story or you can fuck off and do whatever you like.
There's
That's
also,
you know, that's very friendly in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's friendly, but I also feel like some people wouldn't respond to that because there's so much. Like the
Yeah.
scale of it's just so big. I
Yeah.
think like Mario would be a good kind of thing for them, where it's like just straightforward, just run through the level.
Yeah.
That's
I
all you
don't,
gotta do.
I don't know that there's like a one size fits all.
True.
Yeah.
I feel like it depends on the person. Like, definitely introducing my mom to a new shooter was not the right thing, but I feel like she probably would have responded well to Mario or
just-
like Zelda or
You
something.
should shown her Destiny. I mean,
Destiny didn't
like-
exist yet.
Oh, okay.
Mario's a
It
good
was,
choice
it was like
too.
when Titanfall existed.
Yeah,
Or like,
Destiny's
when
When it
brand new and
existed,
there's
which it no
story.
longer does.
The other thing I think we
took
forget
care of that problem.
that I think we forget for people who play video games is a huge aspect. It's just controlling it, like moving characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 2 sticks is complicated for people that have never played video games before. The walking and looking is second nature to anybody that's ever played a video game, at least, you know, in a current gen or the last gen.
So the third person stuff is probably easier.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like side
Or side-scroller.
scrollers. Exactly.
Well, it's
where
like-
you just, we want to go to the right, push right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Nintendo even like the camera angles could be garbage, but you didn't control the camera. So it was like one less thing to think about. It was like, this is what you have. Deal with it. And I
Right.
think that might have been a little bit easier for like some people to kind of grasp. At
Also
least-
infuriating sometimes.
Yeah, well, like after you gotten used to it, you're like, motherfucker, just move the camera so I can see.
The Castlevania 64 camera angle.
Oh yeah.
It was good. It was a great game all around. Some games translated well to 3D. I remember Nintendo 64 was like, will it work in 3D,
Yeah,
the console?
pretty much.
They took every existing title they had and tried it in 3D, and sometimes it worked. Metroid Prime.
I was just
that
thinking
was-
about
that was the
Metroid
GameCube.
Prime.
That was GameCube was the first one.
And that was, but I feel like that was the
They
thing.
waited a whole
they
console for
waited
that.
because they were like, we don't want to fuck.
But same thing. They were
Metroid.
like, I mean, granted, it was first person, but I mean, you took a side scroll and made it first person. Totally worked somehow.
Yeah.
Worked perfectly. Metroid
Mario.
Prime it's awesome. It's a great Metroid game. Legend of Zelda, perfect 3D, you know, N64 game. Castlevania sucks. You fucked it up. Try again.
Metroid.
they've
I
never
really feel
really
like
gotten it.
Metroid Prime
was gonna say,
Federation
hasn't
is
been
the new wonderful, most idealist adaptation of what Metroid can be.
Maybe
What?
not.
Everyone just
or not.
Or Metroid Other M.
Yeah.
God.
Didn't work out so well. You tried. Was that the Wii Other M?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Honestly,
That
if the
existed.
NX came out, when they announced and they're like, by the way, it's going to launch with a new Metroid game, I'd be like, yes.
And they're like,
yes,
other
yes.
M2.
And you were like, no.
one ticket for the hype train, please.
See,
I would like to board.
I would like another Star Fox. That's all
Like
I
a true
want.
Star Fox.
Like a
Did
true
you-
Star Fox. And if you bring up Stairfax temperatures, Star Fox Adventures,
I would.
that
hey,
bullshit.
You mean Furry Zelda?
Furry Zelda.
Yeah,
if you bring
'cause
up
that's
furry fucking
all that
Zelda,
game was.
I do not count that as a Star Fox game. That was Zelda with dinosaurs and like
What
fox
that,
people.
What that proved to me was that Rareware really wanted to make a Zelda game, but Nintendo told them no. Yeah. They were like, okay, can we have Star Fox? Already has animals right up our alley, and they're like, we're gonna fucking make Zelda. I don't give a shit.
and they're
Just
like,
do it.
bro, what if we put like some dinosaurs in it? Isn't that a great idea?
Yeah.
Here you go, Star Fox
it's like,
Adventures.
Nintendo- I was
You know
like,
what I
"That's
want
fine."
another one of? I want another F-Zero.
Yeah? You remember that one?
F-Zero was the shit.
I
on
want another
GameCube.
the
Conker's
shit?
Bad Fur Day.
there
Give me
you
that.
go.
Where's the
Dude,
sequel
just
to
go
that?
play Project Spark. They threw him in there, and you know.
Didn't they
there
just
you
I'll
go.
just play Diddy Kong Racing.
Didn't they
Yeah,
shut
it's a way
down
better.
Project Spark?
Look, what happened to Project Spark?
Is in the
It
back.
doesn't
It
matter.
Went the way of
You know.
Titanfall.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Someone just approached in the
I
back
want a new
alley.
Animal
"You need to
Crossing."
leave."
Well, of course.
I mean, there was a fairly new one.
Is
Yeah.
2000 like 10?
They're updating it though.
No,
to
it's
have
gotta be
amiibo
newer than
support.
that, right?
No, wait, hold on. I'm
The
gonna.
last 3DS
I'm gonna
Animal
use my-
Crossing?
The-
I-
it's-
Not not
New Leaf, right?
Amiibo Festival. Yeah, New
Yeah.
Leaf. When
Yeah.
did New Leaf come out?
I think
Leaf-
that had to be like 2012,
Normally-
2013.
Normally,
was
I've got a
before I
laptop
moved
to
here,
look
so it
this
was a
sort of
while.
stuff
But
up.
someone
But
spilled
I've
beer
no
on it.
idea.
Yeah, someone pulled a Gavin, and like someone was me.
Well, I want a new console Animal Crossing because the
I
last
do too.
console Animal Crossing
Well-
was City World, City
the,
Life.
the good,
Cityful.
yes,
That one.
Cityful. Yeah.
The good news about whatever comes out is it will probably be both.
Right.
Because what
of
it sounds
the
like is
duo.
they're targeting like 1080p 60 frames a second for like console mode, and then 900p for handheld mode. Which, given that the 3DS is like 240p or something like that, it's like.
Does that mean handheld or console Pokemon?
That's
I don't know
Pokemon.
if they're
Yeah.
ever gonna do that.
I
Bring
want it.
back Coliseum.
Well,
remake
the
Coliseum.
Pokemon Company did say they're developing a Pokemon game for the NX.
See, that's
and
the thing.
it says
Yeah, but I'm sure it's a
because-
Pokemon game. and
But
it's
they
just
said
not-
they were developing it rather than like a third party, like licensed out. So, because Snap was licensed out, right? Was Coliseum by the
Hal-
Pokemon Company
Hal
or
made
by
it.
by,
No
by
idea.
sorry by Game Freak, or was that?
I think it was by, it was by Game Freak.
No,
Coliseum was.
Coliseum might have been, but I know Hal made Game Freak, and I thought Coliseum was made by like the Pokemon Company, which was like made up right after that to just make Pokemon
But
games.
I'm just
whenever they needed
saying,
them.
with the new graphics that you have with like actual Pokemon battles in the handheld games, if you made Coliseum, it would be like an episode of Pokemon on your console. That would be so cool.
The problem, Mika, is like Sun and Moon are coming out like in November,
I know, I'm so excited.
and I'm really excited. But I would also just be like, well, if we're gonna make a brand new Pokemon game for the like whatever the new NX thing is, like, why even bother with Sun
I'm
and Moon?
assuming Pokemon is their end all. It will always be on consoles. It drives console sales. Screw you, you can't have it. Or sorry, on
On
handhelds.
handheld.
Right.
It drives handheld sales. I mean, like what? I mean, the
that's the thing,
games
it's like-
came out almost 20 years ago, and there's
Yeah.
not a authentic Pokemon console game. I mean, they always make like these like XD, Pokemon XD,
Yeah.
whatever, Gale of what have you, or whatever it was called.
Pokemon
Even-
Puzzle Stadium.
yeah, it's
that
just like
would
just
be
give me the
bad, though.
goddamn game where
But
I'm
if
getting
the
badges.
NX replaces the 3DS as well, then it kind of can do whatever, right?
Right, then
Yeah.
it's both.
Well, that's I
And
would
New
hope that would
Leaf,
happen.
2012 does not feel like that long ago.
No.
It's 2012.
What?
New Leaf, yeah.
Well, I still feel like we haven't heard anything
years.
about Animal Crossing. Like, New Leaf has come out, and then a new Pokemon game
There
has
was
come out
Happy
since
Home
then.
Designer, but I don't count that.
Yeah,
I don't count
it.
that because it's not Animal Crossing. I love me some Happy Home Designer. I will sit there for about 2 hours and
But it's
design
not
some
what
villagers
that is.
home. But it's not Animal Crossing. I mean, I want to start from the bottom.
Oh,
Didn't-
Michael, you gotta go.
Yeah, I'll go. Sure.
Okay.
I was gonna wait, but you kick me out now. I'll
No,
go.
Lindsay told me you had a hard stop.
No, yeah, I'm gonna go
She said
do the stream.
450,
so hey, right after you're done watching the patch, check out the Overwatch stream at Achievement Hunter, YouTubeGaming.com/Achievement Hunter.
For
As part of
for
YouTube,
YouTube Gaming
as part of
Primetime.
YouTube Primetime.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
go play
you
Overwatch,
go.
and I'll be
And-
really bad at it.
Tag Andy in for us, will you?
Yeah, sure.
Dude,
There you go.
Bye, audience. I'll see you in 2 days on Friday.
Get the fuck out.
Actually, you should be on the podcast.
That would be funny. That would be hilarious.
It's
Hey.
Andy. Hey, dude.
Andy, are you wearing underwear?
Yeah, why? Can you not see
Are
anything?
you?
Oh my god.
Yeah? Oh, this is okay. I was like, what is happening?
Well, that makes 3 out of 4 of us. Picture a world
Wait,
where.
what?
You got the underwear.
Hey. Well, you look like you could use some new undies. Picture a world where putting on a new pair of underwear isn't just fresh. You're stepping into a better day. Think about it. Underwear is the first thing you put on and the last thing you take off. Why would you settle for anything less than the best feeling underwear on the planet? My friends at MeUndies sent me a few pairs. Actually, I get them all the time, and it's wonderful because someone will just, like, one of the salespeople will walk through and they'll have me a new pair of underwear, and it's like the best part of my day. And now I can't imagine wearing anything else. It really just makes every day that much better. For the price of 2 cocktails, MeUndies will deliver your new favorite pair of underwear right to your doorstep. Better day guaranteed. And for a limited time, everyone in my audience gets 20% off their first order, but you have to go to our special URL, MeUndies.com/thepatch. With the MeUndies Better Day Guarantee, you have nothing to lose. So don't wait any longer. Go to MeUndies.com/thepatch right now for 20% off your first order. That's MeUndies.com/thepatch.
I want some MeUndies.
They legit are like really soft.
They're
Yeah,
really
they're really,
soft.
really good.
And I'm
I
super
like
jelly.
them.
And they come in like Achievement Hunter green. And I was like, I want to wrap Achievement Hunter on my ass.
Well, sure. Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? When RT Store, when are we getting underwear? Why is that a thing?
We have MeUndies.
True. Why aren't we doing a MeUndies?
Can MeUndies make some exclusive Achievement Hunter and Roosty stuff for our store?
Can we
Yeah,
get
We should
like
talk
do
about
that.
that.
an emblem, like the AH symbol?
Maybe
Like
like
right on the
just where the,
asshole.
Yeah, right.
just where the butthole
Just like a little bit.
Yep. Or like 2 on the cheeks.
That'd be great. Can you imagine like a bra as
I don't
well?
know.
Like the
Here's
Achievement
the
Hunter
thing,
emblem.
though.
It's just like right there, like, oh, I'm gonna diddle the controllers.
Yeah, like nipple. I mean, it does look a little bit like a pucker.
It does.
The
It
Achievement
looks-
Hunter star? Oh, yeah.
The
It
star.
looks like a
just-
pucker.
What's a joystick?
It's a star for your
Yeah.
star.
Yeah.
There you
Star for your star.
There you go.
And moving back into video
Video
games.
games.
Video games.
Heard you were
Hey,
talking about Nintendo
so-
stuff?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we've been sort of going like weaving in and out of the NX stuff that they've been talking
Okay.
about because I'm just I'm excited about it. I'm trying not to get overhyped, but that's not working at all.
But like, let's
Yeah.
be 100% honest with ourselves. Whatever it is, we're buying it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah,
Nintendo,
like I
of
don't
course.
care what they could literally say, guys, I'm gonna send you a console that looks like a big pile of shit, and I'm gonna be like, oh Nintendo, here's my $400.
Me-
You're
Meanwhile,
so
in a boardroom
cheeky. Is this an
somewhere.
emoji movie tie-in?
Yeah, exactly. So like, I don't care what the leaks are. I don't care what it is. Just like, take my money.
It's just the Wii U. And then
Yeah.
that's the new
It's
NX.
the new
It's
year.
only-
It's the new U.
Hold on.
Oh, that's a
W-I-I-U.
good
one.
New you?
It's
the
Oh,
new you.
No, you
The
need
new
to-
you.
Don't.
Remember when the Wii was
Keep
the revolution?
this patch episode away from
we've
Nintendo,
talked
or it's
about
going to
that
be the new
already.
you.
The new you.
The new you. And their commercials are going to be really dramatic, like, it's the new you. And it's going to be like makeovers and shit. And it's just going to be you're turning around
The
dramatically. with
NX
a
is
new
actually
shit.
just a brand of makeup products.
It
Well,
goes out
you do
just
take them
mascara.
on the go.
That's
True.
true.
That's fair.
I'm really excited about this concept that I can have a handheld gaming system, but then also go home and continue it on my flat screen.
I
Yeah.
think the big worry about it, honestly, that I have is, I guess it's not a personal worry because I don't have pockets, but that it's not going to be of a size.
God, it's
To
must be
actually
awful
go.
to be a woman.
It
That's like
sucks.
that's
No,
one
we
of the
have-
worst things.
I mean, we
like,
make up
birthing
for
a
it
child has
by
nothing
having-
compared to not having pockets.
But we make up for it with gigantic handbags.
That's true.
But here's the thing: I like to start
All right.
carrying cute,
Sure.
like the Sailor Moon purses.
Childbirth
Handbags,
pockets.
and no pockets.
Yeah.
I mean,
what the fuck?
really, we've got the biggest pocket you need.
Are you talking about
Uteri.
utero?
That's-
Yeah, I was like
Yeah,
the
okay.
veg.
That's
but
where you can put your new Nintendo.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just
I'll
shove
just
it
like
on up
store,
there.
store it up there when I'm
Yeah,
going.
you have like a case for it, just jam it in.
I just feel like my Andy's like, am I out? I feel
I
like,
like how he started it too. He's like, all right, well, I'm done.
I know. I started this, and now I got myself into this
the
mess.
3DS is so big; it takes up so much space in my purse. Like, is that just me? I mean, not you two, unless you carry Merces.
It does take up a lot of space, my merch.
It kept
yeah.
a lot of pocket space.
It's a lot
Yeah.
of
3DS
space.
XL.
I mean, I
Wait, you
could
can
almost
tell.
see like the 3DS bringing back like gigantic cargo pants, like you know
Yeah.
the really
Yes.
the
Bring
really
'em
wide
back.
like ones where the legs
Jeez.
are like this big around, and like just so that you have.
Can we all bring back tactical vests? I mean, I don't know if they were ever in style.
Are you a Pokemon trainer?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, fair.
Actually,
Go for it.
Matthew.
just like you just keep all your your game cards on the thing, like your badges.
Yep. just
I remember,
sift through it.
like inner pockets, so you can
Exactly.
like pull it up and be like,
Yep. I mean, that's what I'm going to start needing if it's going to be console/handheld game. It can't be small. It can't be a compact.
I'm assuming
carrying
it's gonna be
system.
like an iPad mini size screen. That's what I'm assuming it's gonna be.
What
just
I
getting
want
bigger and
is
bigger.
it's like a big thing like this, and it's got straps on the back, so you can just like strap it to your back whenever you're ready to go. Like, oh.
So you want a
Ready to
game
go.
case,
Yeah.
but like
ideally, what I
on your
like
back.
if we
Like a
go down
portable
that
accordion.
route is there have been some rumors that it's like modular, so you can like put on different pieces on the controller.
Oh,
In that
yeah.
case, I want it to have optional wheels, so I can just like
yeah, just like
Ride it like a skateboard.
just like throw it down, hop on, go on your merry way, and then you're like while you're waiting for a bus or whatever, just take it up, take the wheels off, and put on the D-pad.
Could there
So
be
we're gonna
like
go back to the '90s and have like skateboarding commercials, but it's for the new Nintendo.
They never went away. They never left either.
could there be like a vacuum mod you put on the bottom of it, put the tablet down, maybe like train
it
Pokemon
becomes
while
a
it
Roomba?
cleans up? Yeah,
Oh
it
my
becomes a
god!
Roomba,
Can I just,
yeah.
like Roombas are so dumb. We've got a
love them.
Roomba, and I'm constantly finding it stuck under shit, or like it managed to catch on something and pieces have fallen off, or it's like in a room and it died because it couldn't figure out how to get out from under a desk.
Michael-
So it never makes it back to its
like-
charging station.
Michael's
like the
Roomba
word-
is my dumb little brother. Like I always get I always have to open up the door in the bathroom because he locks himself in. He's always like, I'm like, come on, you.
I like that we live in a future where we're like, yeah, my vacuum is fucking dumb. I hate how dumb my vacuum is.
I just want I don't know I kind of want them to implement some sort of like really cool like sonar technology like a bat has to draw a picture of like the room and where it's heading
I thought
instead
it did
of
that.
instead of just like bumping into walls and being like, oh, there's something
Yeah.
there. turning a couple degrees. Nope, there too. And then just like turns around and runs the other way until it runs into something there.
There's an actual like built-in bumper because it's supposed to bump into shit.
I mean, that's
like,
how it navigates.
Yeah.
It's like
I thought
the
it, like,
idea,
learned
I
the
guess,
room
is that
that way.
randomly.
it's like a
new
mole
ones.
rat, just like hits things.
Isn't
Yeah,
there
it's
like a
just
new
like-
VR system that's coming out that's like that reads your room and then projects shit like onto the map of your room?
Isn't that HoloLens?
Yeah, are you talking about HoloLens?
Maybe
Not
Roomba
HoloLens,
will.
but I meant like it actually like projects, like it changes your room into like Hyrule Forest or
Are you
something.
talking
If
about
so,
magic?
that's
or
really,
a nicer
really cool.
apartment.
Or a nicer apartment, exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Also,
PlayStation
no.
VR's got a cinematic mode. So
Yeah,
that
we
you
talked
can, like,
about that last
Put it
week.
on, and then like instead of having like your shitty room or whatever, it seems you're watching stuff in a nice living room.
So pretty much what it is you sit down in your shitty shithole of an apartment, you get a better apartment in VR, and you sit there and cry, and you're like, I wish I lived a
Do you
better
think?
life.
Do you think like? Do you think like the
It's
gunshot that
really
comes through your actual room is like a butterfly? in VR?
Do you think while you're drinking your sorrows away with a whiskey bottle,
Yeah.
it just pretends that it's hydrating water?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like you're on like really intense drugs, but it's always guaranteed to give you the happy vision.
Yeah.
It's, yes.
Yes,
So
this
good
is
in here.
lovely. Isn't that
I love it.
Then
We
aren't we
Happy
gonna end
Few?
up with? I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like it's the We Happy Few pill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
I smell alcohol.
that's
It-
oh
that's,
yeah,
rum.
look what we did. You can make yourself a drink.
Yeah, go for it, dude.
yeah.
Actually,
Maybe
it
the
is.
post show.
It's 5:00, so we can make some drinks for the post show.
There you go.
Which is available exclusively to first members on the Rooster Teeth website. You can check that out every week. It's a little bit more patch in your week. Otherwise, we'll be back next week, and maybe people will be here.
I'm gonna
I
get
don't know.
drunk. I'm gonna have to
Gus-
stay here
Gus
till 7
may or
o'clock.
not
That's
be
what's
there.
gonna happen.
That's
Oh, no,
what's
you should
happening to me
see
right now.
I can tell you right now, the broadcast crew will not tolerate that shit. They made sure that we shut down the post show at the RT podcast on Monday.
Oh, you guys
Oh.
kept going and going
Yeah,
and
it was
going.
a
Yeah,
good
because
time.
Mike and
Wow.
Lindsay were here because we were picking Michael up, and I was just like, oh, they're still talking.
Yeah, we talked a lot. And you can check that out on roosterteeth.com.
How long was the post show for the Rooster podcast?
It was a half hour, 40 minutes. What? You don't know.
Judge me.
Shut up.
You don't
Who
need to
cares?
judge.
Thank God the patch post show is about 15 minutes.
Otherwise, we'll see you next week for another episode of The Patch for more gaming goodness.
There's a tissue
Goodbye.
behind these box.
Bye, peoples.